Well, welcome back, friends. Today is going to be a firewood processing video. I got my helper Dalton with me. A friend of mine had a red oak fall on his property, so he called me a few weeks back, really a month ago, and gave it to me. So I just went this morning and hauled my mom a load of firewood. It's about that time of the year. It's October, so I have started selling some of my firewood, but I'll keep enough here to take care of my mom for the winter. I don't burn wood, but she does. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to clean up some of this stray wood I got laying under the sawmill shed. Part of this wood is what I used in the swing weight test video. I just left it here. What I'm going to do is take advantage of this end of my sawmill shed, put some pallets down, and stack as much firewood as I can right here. It's 12 foot long.
Hey, watch this.
What, buddy?
Watch that.
Easy. I'm probably going to stack it as high as I can get it. I may even go up into there. So it's a free place to stack it. It's not going to be in my way. I'll still be able to get the loader in here. And the overhang is great enough. It'll keep it dry, and there's a lot of wind moving around. So to get wind, it'll be in the dry. A mess around my bandsaw shed. You can see over there. I'll show you that right quick. I've been meaning to do a follow-up video on the tool room edition. I'm telling you, people, I get so many irons in the fire, I can't think straight. I'll probably haven't put out a YouTube video in a month. I've just been so busy. You'll see me do this part covering the floor in the next video. But this is how far I got. Y'all saw me do the for the flooring, the joists and all. You saw me do that. Wind's blowing pretty good right now. Trees are swaying. Leaves are starting to fall. I love this time of the year. But I'll get back on this soon, so don't give up on me. Pretty decent entry level, I would call it, wood splitter. It's okay right now, but another thing I want to do is get closer to retirement. I want to sell firewood. It's something I enjoy doing. I'm always getting my hands on free wood. So we're going to fill this whole end up right here. We might not have enough to fill it up right today, but there's going to be more wood from those red oak rounds than you think once I get them split. I mean, let's see how many rounds are in the bed. It filled the entire bed up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rounds filled my bed up. I loaded those by hand. Those jokers were heavy. So we're going to get them processed and start stacking them.
I'm cleaning them.
Good job, buddy. Good helper.
Are you videoing me?
Yeah. All right, well, let me get some pallets and get set up, and we'll get back to you with the action. Well, first things first, I got to split these rounds down to more manageable pieces because I'm not picking them up again like I did when I loaded them. I'm going to roll them off and use my big God of War, I call it. I'm not even sure how much it weighs, to split them into halves or quarters to get them on the splitter. Hush. Well, we made pretty quick work of the stray wood under the shed here, so now that right there is dry enough. I could probably actually sell it this year, so I can pretty well sell that or keep it for my mom later in the year this season. It is really dry on the inside, but it's dry as a bone, so I'll kick that over to the back and we'll get started splitting this red oak, which is probably going to take a couple years. The way I look at it, wood is an investment. It's work you're doing now to get paid later. So the more of it you can get split, the better. I'm going to retire in about 6 years from my county job. I've already retired from my volunteer fire department. I mean, it wasn't a paid gig, it was volunteer, but I will draw a small pension for the rest of my life when I turn 55, so that'll start coming in. By the time I retire from the county, I'll be around 51, 52, somewhere in there. So it's all going to start hitting about the right time, and I just want to roll into like the firewood and sawmilling. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the camera off and get the rest of this split, because this is really boring sitting here watching me do the same thing over and over. When I get done, we'll come back to you. We're going to stack this up and see if we actually have a truckload. Whew, finally got done. That's a pretty decent sized stack there, but we won't really know what we got till we stack it up. Alright, it took me about 15 minutes to stack all that. I wound up with just about 36 inches high, measuring from the top of the pallet. And this is about 11 feet in between the posts because I'm 12 foot outside to outside. So taking into account how thick my posts are, I'm just going to go about 11 feet on the inside. So 3 foot tall and 11 foot long. That's not a bad run of wood. Let's see. They're all over 16 inches long. 16 and a half, somewhere in there. I kind of cut them by eye. I think most people want their firewood to be about 16 inches in length. It's easier to keep up with your cordage that way. Because a cord of firewood is a measure, for anybody that don't know. Just say you have a stack of wood that is 3 rows wide, being 16 inches per row. That equals 4 foot. So to measure a cord of wood, it is 4 foot wide, 4 foot tall, and 8 foot long. Picture a rectangular box that is those dimensions, and that is about 128, I think. 124, 128, somewhere in there, cubic feet. So for anybody that don't know, that's how they measure wood, by the cord. So this is obviously not a cord, but this is probably a decent truckload. But you know, I still got more of this red oak to go get. I went out this morning, I think I said earlier, I went out to take my mom a load of wood. I went by her house and cleaned her heater out, took the pipes off and out of the chimney, from the heater to the flue that goes through the wall to the chimney. Cleaned all that out, vacuumed the heater out, and checked the chimney for buildup, and just got her ready to go. We're going to have a couple of 40-degree nights here, I believe, this week. So I went ahead and got her wood stacked in there, some kindling in there with it. So all she's got to do is light it and she's good to go. Got her some wood in the house and on the porch. I took her a face cord, which is 1 row of the cord. If you get 3 face cords, you've got a cord. So a face cord is a measure that is 4 foot tall and 8 foot long. What we have here is 3 foot tall and 11 foot long. So I believe if I took all that and stacked it on top in an 8 foot box, I would have a face cord here, I believe, or somewhere close. But that was just 13 rounds of red oak that made that. And if I could have fit a few more rounds on my truck, I would have, and I would have probably had 4 foot tall by 11 foot long. But I just didn't have a lot of time today. I went by to see the tree my friend gave me, and I went ahead and had my saw with me and an empty truck bed, and I put 13 rounds in there, and it was full. But yeah, not a bad day's work. I've been out doing things all day long, and this is the end cap of my day. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. I'm going to wrap it up. But I just wanted to bring you along. There's a lot of work in firewood, my friends. I mean, for somebody starting out like myself, I bought my splitter last year, the County Line log splitter. I can't remember what the tonnage is on that. It might be written on it. Let's see, it's a 25 ton. There you go. And that's a pretty good log splitter. What I would like to have is one of the faster cycle wood splitters. I think this one boasts about an 11.5 second cycle rate, but it's not so much the cycle time for me, it's how much it can split per push. Obviously, if you know anything about firewood processing, you've looked at all the nice processors on YouTube. Man, I would love to have one of those Easton Maids, or one of those big ones with a big wedge on them, like a 6 or 8 way wedge. Or you could put one of these rounds and push it through one time and have all your firewood in one go. Man, that, to me, that would be nice. So that is what I want to work towards as I split wood, sell it, and invest part of that money back into getting a better and more faster processor. I've sold 5 loads of wood so far, and I advertised not on Marketplace because I knew I didn't have enough wood to really fight the other people on Marketplace. I'm not competing with anybody. This is me and me alone. But I knew if I went on Marketplace, I'd be sold out in probably a day. So I just offered what I had to my friends on Facebook. Just solely my friends list. And the first night I posted, I had 5 loads already spoken for, and they're all gone now. So I think in the beginning I had about just maybe 10 to 15, no, I had 20 loads of firewood that was good and dry, around 12 to 18% moisture content. I think 25 is the most you would want to get per some of the videos I've watched, but anything below 25 is probably good to go. Obviously the drier the better, but this red oak, I'm not even gonna worry about this. I'll probably check it in a year's time. Probably next fall I'll stick a meter to it and see where it's at, but I'm not gonna bank on it being ready by then. Normally red oak or white oak probably needs a good 2 years to dry, but there is good wind coming through here, so by keeping it one single row, it's going to get a lot of airflow, and there is a little bit of sun that comes in through here and it's going to be hitting it. But it's best to just bank on 2 years. But like I said before, firewood sales is kind of like an investment. You're doing the work now for the pay later, 1 to 2 years down the road. But so obviously you want to split as much as you can each year, so that's just much more you're going to have the following year or two. But friends, I'm going to cut this video off. But I just wanted to bring you along. I haven't done a firewood processing video lately, so I got the kids out here. They came. Obviously Dalton started out with me. He got off to doing other things. Then my daughter came out. Then the 2 of them came back, and then I just finished it out. But yeah, I like to include the kids. I don't force them to come out here. They can come and go as they please, but they like to come out here and there and help me out, and I enjoy it. I really do. But you know, like I said, the 20 loads I'm selling now, I split those 2 years ago. They weren't ready last year. I checked them this year. They were all, most of it was around 18 to 20% moisture content. Some of it was 12. So I'm going to let all that go this year. Probably your faster drying firewood is your poplar and cherry, things like that. There's a few others, but I got some poplar I split last year, and it's dry. It's ready. I'm going to use most of that for my mom. I have some hickory that is good and dry. I've been drying for 2 years. That's all hers. I have another pile that is a mix of hickory, white oak, and red oak, and it is dry. So I'm going to offer that to my customers. But I guess what I'm working towards is I want to develop a customer base where I get enough people that I can supply and they become regulars, and I don't have to worry about anybody else or advertising. And I've got a friend that does that. He started out taking loads of firewood like a lot of other people do down to one of the retirement towns. I won't call the name of it, but it's pretty much where people go to retire and play golf. And I'm about 30 minutes from there, 45 minutes from there. And he's already acquired enough customers, he don't have to sit on the sides of the road anymore. People call him, and he takes care of them alone, and he gets premium prices for his wood because they are the retired upper class community, and he can get those kinds of prices. But anyway, that's where I want to work towards, getting a base of customers that I worry about and I don't have to advertise. So this is the crawling phase, as I've mentioned. And anyway, I'm going to quit yapping. If you watched this far, I appreciate you. I thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. If you are subscribed, I appreciate you. I'm sorry it's been a month or so since I posted. Like I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I've been very busy. But things are slowing down a little now, and I'm going to try to get back to regular postings. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.